Hey everybody, Tracy Brown. Sorry about the fluff everywhere, but it's getting ready to rain, so I thought I would get outside before it does again. It's South Florida. I think it's going to be like this till November, so it's raining off and on all the time. So see blue sky here, over here, getting ready to rain. That's how it rolls. So anyway, I had planned a really great discussion piece, so I would love to hear comments about it for today. So again, in my little teaser of what I was going to talk about, it's not that I don't, when I say work, what I mean is like hardcore getting into a project. When I think about talking with clients, I know that's technically work, but I love it so much that it doesn't feel like it's a big, huge mental thing for me. It's just, I just be and do it, kind of thing. But when it comes to like doing, creating copy and things like that, I have to sit down and there's a grind there for me a little bit. So doing videos doesn't feel like hard or work for me ever, never. And clients, we get tired, but it doesn't feel like work. So anyway, I'm getting out because my body is like, no, just going to kind of chill. I didn't sleep that great this week, so I can tell my body needs a little extra rest. So I'm trying to honor that. And I'm going to show you what I'm doing right now to try to like get out of that that my brain's telling me you've got lots to do, lots of like copyright, and my body's like, I don't wanna, and how I'm dealing with that right now. So walk along with me. I'm going to check the mail and check my little seeds going. Okay, so I don't know if you can see this. It's kind of hard. I don't know if you can tell. I'm getting some seeds going. Can't tell for that. Anyway, so I'm getting some seeds going for some fall stuff. And when I say fall, it's not cold here, so I can do like warm weather things pretty much all year long and not frost them out or kill them. So I'm getting some stuff going, some jalapenos and some lettuce and some zucchini and cucumber. And what else I throw in there? Some asparagus. I know that's not actually a warm weather thing, but I'm going to try it because I like it. And it might not work. And I know it takes 2 years, so it may not work. I don't know what's going to happen. Anyway, so otherwise, I'm going to walk down to the mailbox and check the mail and see if I get rained on. So this is how I get out of my head. I literally try to move my body, which is why we always encourage ourselves to do that, our clients to do that. But I was in the house, knew I was going to do the tip any hour anyway. I just had to kind of decide when I was going to do it. Oh, we got something good. What have we got here? Oh, got my contacts. Yay. Good, I need some new contacts. What else we got? Sorry, you guys are in the minutia of my day here, like we care. Anyway, so I got my contacts, got some junk mail, I'm going to take that in. And so I got out, checked my little seeds, got out and checked the mail, so my body is doing something else besides laying on the couch thinking, I need to write copy. My head's saying that, and my body's like, I don't want to. So I got up. That's what I'm doing. I already feel way better, and that's good. It could be something totally doable. So anyway, our tip, we're going to talk about our tip, is oftentimes we get clients, and these are, it's always, you never know for sure what's going to happen. When you get a client and they're sick of the misery of dieting, they know it doesn't work on some level because they've tried it enough times and their weight actually just keeps going up and down and all that good stuff. Well, terrible stuff, but you know what I mean. So that keeps constantly happening. See the bike in the background, my daughter's cool little bike. Anyway, so it keeps going up and down, that keeps happening. And they come to you though, and those of you who've taken my trainings or work with me one-on-one, one of my biggest tools is using the key study and the checklist I have. And if you're not in the program, or you want to be in the if you're not in the program and you want to get all those good things I use, like handouts and strategies I use in my sessions, then that we're doing an early bird of that program now. So if you're interested, I will link it below. And if you've already taken it, like I said, hang tight, because the next thing we're going to be doing is some really just different stuff, a different platform. Instead of waiting for all the somatic stuff to be in one place, I'm just going to start putting it out there, because why wait? And then at some point kind of have it in a more flow kind of thing. But anyway, that's what's planned. I haven't announced the next set of the 2.0 training, but for those of you who haven't taken or who haven't done the non-diet counseling skills and the decoding skills, they want to do that. You want to do that first, because you'll be able to have a good foundation of knowing how to ask questions and deal with this kind of difficult circumstance, which is when somebody comes to you and they know what they're doing is not working, but they're not totally bought in yet, and you've done the key study with them, let's say, and done the checklist and with the experience, what is tricky is if you suspect that they don't have a lot of symptoms from their last diet, meaning they're coming to you and they're feeling really frustrated that like nothing what they're doing is working to control their weight, quote unquote, or they're just kind of, they're just eating not very much and their weight's not going down, or again, they won't really consider themselves dieters or restrictors, but they still have that mentality. And so they're not going to have a lot of symptoms possibly on the key study. And these people basically haven't gotten through that honeymoon period. And this is what we're talking about today, is the honeymoon period of dieting, where they're romanticizing all the goodies, yummies that they think they're going to get from being thinner. And they either have forgotten how terrible the part 2 of every single diet is. Every diet, no matter what you do, comes with a part 2, which is all the obsession, the GI disturbances of learning to eat more food again or eat more regularly, but you get none of the benefits of the weight loss, of like the faux temporary self-esteem boost because everybody congratulates your weight loss, all that kind of stuff. They haven't worked through the phases yet. And so oftentimes the tip I'm going to give you today that I use is, gosh, yeah, I know you haven't gone through, a lot of these symptoms, which is great. I'm so grateful you haven't done that. And my concern is that like if you go back to restricting, that you might experience these things that you've never experienced before, or the ones you've had before, they come back and get worse. I'm not saying that would happen to you, but the likelihood is there that that could happen. And the part 2 will be so much worse, is that if you lose weight, your weight's going to come back even bigger and faster. And, it's not that the weight is any agenda of mine, but I know that's a concern of yours. And I hate for you to have to go through all that, and there is definitely a part 1 and a part 2. And it takes sometimes 6 months to a year for people to like that honeymoon period wear off, depending on how many diets you've been on. And obviously the more we diet, the less, the sooner that honeymoon period wears off. And most people go through that, especially if you're your first couple attempts of your dieting, especially if you're working with a client who's younger and they come to you and this is their first restricting period and they didn't get too deep into an eating disorder, but it's very disordered eating, or they dieting and started binging pretty immediately. They didn't get a lot of terrible symptoms besides, maybe mood changes and a lot of obsession, but they didn't get a lot of other physiologic things, so they don't think it's that bad. So this tip really is for clients that they don't think that dieting is that bad because they don't feel it, or they haven't had more extreme mental, physical, and emotional side effects. That of course the key study talks about it, because when you can name those off for people, it's like a boom, boom, boom into reality that they really need to hear. It gets people out of that fantasy that what they're doing is going to get them what they want and where they want to go. So I hope that tip was helpful. You do have to deal, and this happens a lot. This even happens a lot with clients who've been in the cycle of some kind of disordered eating for many years, that they can, if their number one strategy is just denial of their current reality, some of your job is to be able to bring them back into the present moment of what is actually happening in their lives and how the food, thoughts, and worries and obsession about weight, what it's actually doing to them, because they don't want to see it. It's painful to look at maybe or process. And there's still a little bit of magical thinking, like one last time will help. So I hope this video was helpful. This is what I'm doing. I'm already feeling amazing, like so much better already, just from connecting with you guys and getting outside and enjoying the pre-storm breeze. That feels good too. I'm feeling that, like all my hair's blowing, I can feel my skin coming from the back. Yeah, that feels good. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and please leave me comments if you have any questions or if you've had any circumstances you've had to deal with that and how you've handled it, what worked, what didn't work, and we'll discuss. Take care. Bye.